It's day 5 of trying to become a fitness influencer. It's the morning after my PB breaking 10k run. The time currently is about 6:30 in the morning and we are back to reality with a bit of a bump. I'm here at Tesco because a member of my team at work got married over the weekend. So we're gonna get him a little bottle and a little voucher. The real question is, will I be able to resist a Tesco meal deal? Let's see, I'm walking a little bit like a newborn deer. There is still some residual soreness, but I'm hoping it will subside by the end of the day. But let's see how we get on. No, I couldn't, but that's okay. I do still feel like I've earned a little bit of a treat to start the week, and I am at work quite early, but I don't really have any videos to edit. I'm going to spend a bit of time replying to a few comments. I've had so many lovely messages and lovely comments and just people just being so wonderfully supportive of yesterday's run. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time going through some comments, replying, making sure that everyone who's taken the time to comment, take the time to reply. It's the least I could do. So we could do that for a bit, head in for our 12 hours of graft, and we're going to cut back to being at home about 11 hours from now. So there we go, it's now 13 hours later and I'm back home after a day of graft, but I've got a big problem. My legs are absolutely shot. The original plan was to go over to the field and jump on a little TikTok live, just do a quick walk and chat to people, but I don't know, I just don't think I'm going to be any good because I can barely walk 10 feet down my garden. So instead, I'm going to focus on a couple of videos tonight. I need to finish that sock video, get that up. That was supposed to go up yesterday, but I looked and the offer they're giving me, it wasn't as strong as the offer that was already on the homepage. So I just said, you know, when's it ending? I'll do the video, bore you with the details, but logistics wise, it was that. And I'm also going to do a quick little explainer about this. This is the medal that I got yesterday for the Clacton 10k, and a few people were a little bit confused about how the sort of temporary medal works. And I realised it's actually presenting me with a bit of a problem because now, and it's a problem that I never thought I'd have, but I've almost got too many medals because they are going to send me my official Clacton one in the post, which means that the one I've got now will be slightly unearned. So I need to think of a way of getting that earned. And these videos, I need to put these out tonight, really, because if I'm going to try and be a fitness influencer, I need to put out some fitness related videos. And if I'm not running, that sort of leaves me in a tough spot. So we're going to do that, but first, we need to do some garden work. Because just look at all these beautiful tomatoes. The plan is we're going to make a big old bolognese with them tonight. And we're going to come down here and just have a look at how you got to scoot past the courgette plant. There's some lovely courgettes in there. And we come down here and these are the carrots. So really we've got almost everything we need for a fantastic bolognese. And in here, ignore the slightly dead cucumbers, but these are my pride and joy. These are my Scotch bonnet plants. Let me come in and you can see you've got a pretty decent yield coming. Look at that one in there. And once we get these Scotch bonnet plants in, I'm going to make the most beautiful jerk chicken marinade. I cannot wait. So let's get these picked and do a little bit of a garden tidy up as well, because it's a little bit of a state, but that's okay. I'm even going to wear my medal to do it in. So, cut to the dinner. Okay. So the first thing we want to harvest is a nice little cucumber. Now this won't be going in the bolognese, but we've still to harvest it because the plant has certainly seen better days. But that's okay, it's still giving us a nice cucumber. Tomatoes looking good, chilies are looking good, everything else is looking okay, and I've got the cucumber. Forget about these. Let's go. So now I've got the cucumber. It's going to go in our harvest basket, which is here.
Already out
There we go. So now my wife's going to harvest some tomatoes.
No, I'm not.
Why are you not?
I'm not. We need to pull out some potatoes as well.
Oh.
Why don't I film you doing the potatoes?
Okay, so we need to do potatoes first.
Yeah.
So it turns out we've got some potatoes to harvest as well. So the first thing we want to do is grab our pot There was a plant here at one point, but we've picked it out, and now we just dig for some spuds. Come in a bit close. You're about to see the discovery of spuds. That's not bad, wasn't it? Oh, there we go, now we're cooking. Oh, that one started to sprout. Look, we've got it just at the right time. This won't be for the bolognese, but we can always find a good use for a tater. There we go, so we've harvested what we could of the potatoes, and now we're going to move on to, just look at some of these absolutely beautiful tomatoes. They're coming in all on the vine still. These are going to be just the absolute perfect addition to that bolognese. Check these guys out. Beautiful. Come a little bit closer. So just check out this little vine down here. All these wonderful tomatoes that we're going to pick. And these will make just a perfect addition to our bolognese. I'm going to grab some of these and chuck them straight in our harvest basket. That is certainly not a bad haul of tomatoes, eh? Next, carrots. Is that we do actually have some onions as well. Only 2, but they're 2 very important onions, and they are in here somewhere in the carrot bed. So we're going to get some carrots. You can see a couple are poking up there as well. And some ants, which we like. So it turns out my wife is definitely afraid of ants. I had no idea. So I'm going to pull these carrots out and we'll see what we get just on the first bunch. So have a nice firm but gentle grip. Hey, I mean, that ain't bad, is it, really? And what you want to do is take the tops off so they don't go all soft. Even though we are going to cook them in probably half an hour, we still want to keep them nice and fresh. I mean, that is not bad for a first little harvest. We'll do the rest. And this one looks like a white one, look. What's that about? Oh yeah, that is a big old boy. Is it even a carrot?
Hope so.
Is that a bit of a mutant carrot, look. So it's got arms coming out. Almost white, but hey, we'll take it. So apparently, we can see this and this back here is part of the onion. So let's do a little bit of digging, clear some space, and we'll see if this has produced an onion. Well, I mean, technically, yeah, it has. Okay, and what's the one back here been doing?
Nothing.
Okay, so the onion harvest is probably is a little bit on the disappointing side, but that one. But we might still be able to do something with that bin. We did get quite a nice courgette from this plant recently, and these ones are all grown. Some of them have got a bit manky, but there are still some good courgettes on here. And we'll try and get some before they turn into marrow. So I guess that one's as good as any. Give it a little twist. And there you go. That is a nice yellow courgette, which we will chuck in our bolognese. There we go. So in our basket, we've got tomatoes, onions, well, no onions, we thought we had onions, but we didn't. Tomatoes, potatoes, carrots, a little cucumber, and a couple of tiny little courgettes. But that is an absolute winner's meal. We're going to cook these now into a lovely bolognese and hopefully have a good bit of dinner tonight. So we'll cut to dinner. So we actually didn't realise the time. It's already, well, almost 8 PM. So probably not going to cook a lovely bolognese tonight. So instead we've done just a little picky board with some beautiful local cheeses and some lovely local sweet jam. I've rustled up a bit of a tomato, so we're using them tomatoes we just picked. And that should be good to go. So until next time,